Merchant Fulfilled. Does anybody sell Merchant Fulfilled when doing OA? It's something that I've been dabbling in recently when a book is going out of stock or is out of stock, and then for whatever reason, I'm finding these books to where they're out of stock, and then on eBay you can set alerts, and these bulk sellers will price the book entirely too low, or even on Amazon they'll price the book entirely too low because I think that the bulk sellers will price based on the other books that are on the listing. Like I don't know if they're actually reading Keepa charts or not because they have employees that are listing these books for them. So I've seen it with the Wicked books, like the pop culture stuff that is going on, like Jimmy Carter books that just recently popped off when he passed away. I've been doing it with. So I just want to dive in and show you guys what I'm talking about, and there's opportunity for this, like to get quicker cash flow than sending it into FBA. There's some pros and cons to it that I want to talk about too as well. So I want to jump into it real quick. So recently, especially for Wicked and Jimmy Carter books, um, I have been buying. I bought a bunch from eBay, and then I ship them to my house, and then I'll merchant fulfill them because the price, like they're out of stock. So it's like it's not like, and it's a time, there's a window of these books being, spiking in price. Like the Jimmy Carter books are already starting to go down because it's been a few weeks since he passed away, and they just had his like presidential ceremony like last week or something like that. So I feel like the books are going to start declining and go back to where they were. But if you get them shipped to your house and you sell them merchant fulfilled, as soon as they sell, once you ship them, you get paid. With FBA, especially this time of year, um, with and especially what with if, like recently, there's a bunch of weather like shit that's been like snowstorms that have been causing UPS and post office to be backed up and whatnot. So I think for the books that like kind of go out of stock and you get them for cheap, I think merchant fulfilling them was a good move. Now there are downsides that I'll talk about here in a second, but I just want to show you guys how well I did with the Jimmy Carter books. So let's just go from like recent to the beginning. So I this White House Diary, bought this book for $467, sold for $24, merchant fulfilled. You get paid a little bit more when you do merchant fulfilled too. This one, Faith: A Journey for All, I bought for $769 and sold for $66. Like that's crazy, man. Like you can see the little Keepa chart down there. Um, but I sold a few of these for that much. Another White House Diary, bought for 4, sold for 24. Though Always a Reckoning and Other Poems, bought for $8, sold for $76. I actually sold like 10 or 15 of these prior to this for like $30, and then it spiked even more after I sold all of my copies. Like it's insane. Another one here, bought for $7, sold for 56. This one I bought one copy of, bought for 18, sold for 51. This one didn't do as well, but still made a profit. Bought for $4, sold for 18. You can sell it for a little bit less too to get a margin on merchant fulfilled rather than FBA. Same thing, White House Diary, bought for 4, sold for 18. This was actually a college textbook that I found late December. I knew I couldn't get it into FBA in time, so I actually merchant fulfilled it. Bought for 33, sold for $116, which is awesome. Same thing with the 28 Days Later DVDs that I put out. This wasn't as crazy of a margin. I bought it for 60 and sold for 96. I think it was like a $20 profit. Funny story though, that this guy actually left negative feedback for me because it said the post office delivered it, and he said that it didn't show up on his porch, and he checked everywhere, and then he complained that he blamed it on me essentially for the post office fumbling his bag. So I had to submit a claim to Amazon to say, hey, this wasn't my fault. This was the post office fault. So that's definitely a con of merchant fulfilled, is dealing with like customers. And I had two customers reach out to me about one of the Jimmy Carter books and then this DVD, complaining about them not receiving it because of the weather delays that have been happening. So, with FBA, you can just hit no response to them and remove the negative feedback automatically. I mean, it sucks if you're the consumer, but I mean it's Amazon, man. Like with FBA, you don't, and Amazon and the post office, like you're not handling any of that shit. Like I'm a good businessman. I send everything out on time. And if the post office mishandles that, it's not my fault, and I shouldn't be penalized for it. And the customers can submit an A to Z claim and get their money back, but they think that I have to refund them, which is just not the case. And I don't have time. Like, I don't want to sit there and explain it to them because you're just arguing with a wall when it comes to angry Amazon customers. So, more Living Faith. This and Jimmy Carter books, not crazy margin on these ones. This one, Outdoor Journal, bought for $6, sold for 28. I had several copies of those. Let's keep going. See, here's the Always Reckoning ones. I bought for 6, sold for 25. Bought for 6, sold for 26. More of those ones. Bought for 6, sold for 25. Bought for 6, sold for 25. I bought a ton of those, and then later on, I sold it for like $70. I was like, I should have just held them all. There's no way to predict how much people are going to be willing to pay for these, unfortunately. But as you can see, like, I'm selling a ton of these when it was happening. Like, I'd say I probably bought and sold like 60 of these books, and they're all gone. Like, you can just see the prices on all these. I'm making a profit on all these. The White House Diary, I probably made like, $5, $6, $7 profit on each book, but still. It's fine. And this is the total order, and I have a $3.99 shipping template. So they also paid for the shipping. So this is like gross revenue. I don't have to pay for shipping because I'm already collecting that with my shipping template. Bought for 6, sold for 26. This one, they bought 3 copies of this one. Bought for $4 each. Sold for $50 total. More of those books. I mean, we keep going. I sold a couple Martha Stewart Christmas books too recently when those Martha Stewart books were popping off. I think I sold like 5 of them. As you can tell, a couple Wicked books. This one is a crazy one. I sold one of these and I have 2 of these in my inventory, FBA right now. But I bought it for $17 and sold it for $116, merchant fulfilled. I wish I would have sent the other 2 copies to my house and done it merchant fulfilled, because it's taken forever for those FBA copies to check in. It's so annoying. Here's another 28 days later one, bought for 45, sold for 96. More Wicked books. So, like, there's a method to this, man. Like, you can buy Martha Stewart's Christmas, Wicked books. You can buy these books that are kind of popular because of, extreme demand, and get them sent to your house and merchant fulfill them if you want to. I know some people don't want to do the whole merchant fulfilled thing, but like, I have space downstairs. I still do some scanning, so I have a whole bookshelf of stuff from returns, from thrifting, stuff that I want to send to buyback companies and whatnot. So I don't mind doing the shipping. I have all the supplies. And it's quick income, man. Like, if you get them sent to your house and you do the merchant fulfilled method, once you make the sale and you ship it, like that profit and that revenue goes straight into your account balance, and you're not waiting for it for a few weeks. So I don't know, just trying to give you guys some more ideas on how to, think about your business, because, something like this happens again where there's like a president that, like, Jimmy Carter wrote like 40 books. So, like, shout out to Victor and Joji for putting everybody on to those books. I actually went crazy with them. I didn't think I was going to be able to sell 60 of them, but I did, and it was awesome. And it really helped my January sales before college textbook season started. So, keep your eyes peeled. Pay attention to what's going on out in the world. There's ways to look and keep it too. Like, maybe I can do a video showing you how to see if there's anything that's spiking irregularly right now that's out of stock, and then you can go look on eBay to see if there's any copies that you can pick up to go flip on Amazon or send to your house and do merchant fulfilled. So maybe that's a method that I can show you guys here in the future. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. I appreciate you all being here, supporting. If you are still here, comment RIP Jimmy Carter if you watch all the way through to this video. I want to see who my real subscribers are. Appreciate you all, and I will talk to you all soon. Thank you.